Hello everyone and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. Who's ready to kill a dragon? Because I'm ready to kill several. There will be several dragons dying tonight. That was rude. Yanti. I'm not too fussed about Yanti, but there was one over here that I saw. Yep, there you are. I have the dragon orb? I don't have the dragon orb. I need to get my hands on that. Aha! Alright, well, let's rest in front of this dragon. Because we're gonna wanna... It's only overpowering. Alright, so it's gonna... I don't know if it's gonna have a fear aura, but better safe than sorry. Here you go, Dalen. Hungry? Food. Food? Hungry. Who are you? What are you doing here? Food. Feed me. Hungry. Food? Okay, I'll feed you. Where's your food? Food? Food. Hungry. Food? Obviously there's something wrong with you. I'll be going now. Hungry. Food. Hungry. Yeah, unfortunately we have to kill him. There's nothing we can do. We have to kill it. He would never be right in the head anyway. Because he's an infant dragon that's been forced to age to adulthood. That was not the right button. Damn it. Oh, we came close. We came real close. Really close. We came really close there. Feel. Save again now that he's barely here. That was my problem. I wasn't following my own rule of saving when they got to new health levels. Even baby dragons are still dangerous. He seems to have moved on to Dalen, which is fine. I was really hoping we could get him before. Okay. That's fine, that's why we save. Oh, fuck! Oh my god, for some reason, I'm just... What did I do? For some reason, I'm on Sims. I've been playing a lot of Sims. I'm on Sims controls right now. I don't have Dalen's help for this, which is really unfortunate. Shit. Save. Put that there. Use them both. Save. Pause. Drag that down. Save again. Now we go. Save again. Great. I don't know why I keep accidentally hitting the inventory button. I don't want to go in my inventory. Alright, we need to just go. Yeah. Yep, we need to just go.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yes, heal me, please. Alright, so Dalen died. So next was Linu.
I can still...
Yeah, don't care. Come on. Save. Journal. Let's give her... Let's go over here first. Linu, come on. Alright, let's give her one of these. And go back. We leveled up, so we're getting another level of fighter. Ooh, we got an attribute point. Is there anything we can boot? No, we're all... Alright, so we'll just do that. We wanted more discipline. One more lore. And were we doing heal? I think we were doing heal. Feet! Do I have improved critical for side already? Yes, I do. Blind fight, what is... Oh, cool, yeah, let's get that. Alright, so with the dead dragon, we will now put the dragon orb in. Dead dragon sphere. Sphere is roughly the size of an ogre's head and appears to be made of polished black stone, although it is far lighter than one would first expect. The sphere radiates a powerful heat, and on closer inspection there appears to be a winged shape lying motionless beneath the smooth dark surface, the captured essence of a dead dragon. Alright, well that was a bit of a nasty fight, actually. Oh, dragon blood, okay. So let's rest real fast before we go to see Klauth. I know there's at least one more dragon in here aside from Klauth. Or maybe there's another dungeon that looks very similar. They all look very similar. And honestly, I got the first chapter of the game completely memorized because that's the one you play before you burn out and don't go any further in the story. So we're getting into, you know, territory that I still know and I'm very familiar with. But, maybe don't know as well. Alright, so onward to Klauth. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Ooh, hello.
I will not be defeated!
Oh, I'm on my own here. Lena's not going to be able to follow me because she's stuck. Granted, I've killed a few dragons already. Oh, there she is. Nice of you to finally drop in. Klauth's lair. Oh, I saw that too late. Let's rest again. Can I not rest in here? No, it must be a different dungeon then, because this is the last place. Alright, so who's ready to fight Klauth? I'm not, but we'll do it anyway. Yep. Oof. Okay, so let's make a hard save. And let's talk to Klauth.
So, at last you have come. I assume my fire giant servants are dead. No matter. They are of little consequence to me. I can find other servants. Perhaps even you will serve. Come closer. I will not harm you. These last days of the eons of my life pass slowly now, and I would speak with you to break the monotony.
How do you know my name? I am old as time itself. The infinite wisdom of eternity is mine to command. Your name and your deeds are known to me, Violet Naeom, and I shall remember them long after history has forgotten you. Who are you? I am Klauth, worm of the north, oldest of the dragons, greatest of the mortal creatures who walk the realms. My power and my knowledge know no bounds. I want to ask you some questions. I am Klauth the ancient worm. I know much that is hidden. I even know you seek the words of power, remnants of the creator race, so you can save the city you call Neverwinter. Ask your question, Violet Naeom, and I shall answer it if it pleases me. Tell me about the words of power. The words are ancient, fashioned by the creator race when even I was young. The power of the words is great. Once I even thought their magic could sustain me, though I know better now. The magic of the words is not the sort I need to prolong my life, and so the word of power sits in my hoard, as meaningless as all the other material treasures I have collected over eons of time. I know you desire the word, Violet Naeom, and it is of no use to me, so I will give it to you in trade. I'm not striking a deal with you. Then you shall not have the word of power I possess. There are others who will serve me in this matter, if you are unwilling or unable. Tell me about the creator race. If you accept his deal, he tells you to go kill Gorgatha and Akulatraxix and take their eggs. This land was not always ice and snow. Once it was steaming jungle, ruled over by a race of powerful, ruthless lizardmen, who forced the lesser creatures, all of you humans, dwarves, and elves, to serve them as slaves. But the land changed, the world grew cold. The old ones died out and became a forgotten legend in the mists of time. Now all that remains is the legacy of their glory, the words of power. Do you know anything about Maugrim and his cult? Maugrim and his cult are nothing, a single drop of water in the ocean of history. He dreams of greatness, of the legacy of the creator race, and claiming the words of power, but they are the dreams of a fool. His people came to me seeking the words of power, but I sent them away. Maugrim is blind with ambition, consumed by an insane lust for power. I will not deal with a madman. I have too much to lose. What do you mean, too much to lose? My continued existence is my only concern. Maugrim and his followers could not recognize my grandeur. All the same, they possess just enough power to be a threat to me. That is why I sent them away. What's wrong with the dragon and the other lair within this complex? Dragon. That term hardly applies. That creature is simply a vessel for the essence of my existence, an ignorant beast created by the power of my sorcerer's servant's magic from the eggs of another dragon. In mere months, their bodies go from eggs and hatchlings to full-grown adults, though their minds remained empty. Then, when they are mature and their essence waxes full, I absorb them utterly to sustain my own waning life. You feed on your own kind. You're a monstrous cannibal. My own kind. I am unique. There is no other creature like me in the world. What value is the life of a common dragon against my own continued existence? I am great and terrible and awe-inspiring like no other being. If I succumb to the darkness that encircles me, the world will not even comprehend what it has lost. I do not expect you to understand, Violet. Ironically, only I have the wisdom to appreciate the value of my own life. Is he gonna attack me if I hit this? I saved. Think you're an insane egomaniac. Your taunts are nothing to me. Would you heed the buzzings of a fly? Save your insults for one who does not deem you beneath his notice, Violet Nayu. I have an essence sphere here. Ah, an essence sphere with the soul of a full-grown dragon already trapped within for me to feast upon? Give it to me, Violet, and I shall reward you with a mountain of gold from my vast hoard. Here, take the orb. And here's your reward, Violet. 5,000 gold pieces. Now I must savor the sweet essence of life.
Betray the tainted essence of a dead dragon. Now you will die.
Alright. Save. Save. Linu, I want you to take that. Damn it, she didn't take it in time. Ooh, my god. Oh my god. A critical hit as my first attack on Klauth? Yes, please. Save again. That's like 40 more damage on him. I hate it. I always have to solo Klauth because my companions are always afraid. Okay, let's drink some potions. Let's not drink that potion. Let's save again. Let's attack Klauth. Let's save again. Oh my god. I do know fear. You just did 121 damage to me, buddy. Alright, I think I have to leave. Can we leave, please? Yes, I would like full healing. Yeah, let's go back. Really? He was that close? Klauth, the ancient red worm of the north, is dead. That's not the button. Key, yes. Dragon's blood, yes. Klauth's head is only 4 tiles? Alright. Just drop that in a bag. Yes! Red dragon armor. Plus 5 AC, fire resistance 20, and 80% of the weight. Not to mention... Look at how fucking sexy it looks. Mmm. Let me take off everything else. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you do not need to be half naked to look fine as fuck. Ugh, the red dragon armor is the only armor in the game that matters. It's so good. Wicked Union. +1 on hit stun, vampiric regeneration +3.
The third word is yours, but time is short and Morag stirs. The city you call Neverwinter is under siege. Soon it will fall to Morgan, and he will possess the Source Stone.
Source Stone? What's the Source Stone?
Morag was the queen of my people. The old ones, the creator race. It was she who created the Source Stone when the world became cold and the snow covered the land. Morag used the words to put her people into a deep hibernation when the cold winter came, imprisoning the heat of the steam fishes in the magical Source Stone, and her and all her people with it.
Why would she imprison herself inside the Source Stone?
The old ones could not survive the coming of the winter storm. Morag sought a shelter where she could escape the death of ice and cold. Within the Source Stone, Morag would gather her strength year after year, century after century. When her power waxed full, we word slaves would awaken the queen to banish the never-ending winter.
So you think if Morag awakens, she'll turn the north into a tropical jungle?
The Source Stone is buried beneath the streets of Neverwinter. And even in its dormant state, the magical heat radiating from within keeps the city habitable during the coldest blizzards. Imagine what will happen when the power is awakened fully and released. Those who survive the global warming will become slaves to the creators. And I will be bound to the words of power once more. I will not allow this to happen!
Morag was foolish to trust her fate to a group of slaves.
You do not comprehend the magic that once bound the word slaves to the words. We were compelled to obey, even though our masters slept. But Morag underestimated us. Abandoned in the frozen waste, we grew strong enough to free ourselves from our wretched servitude. We scattered the words that their power might never enslave us again, and our masters might never awake.
How did Moghrim become involved in all this?
Something has awakened Morag's spirit. Though her body and true power remain trapped in the Source Stone for now, she speaks to Moghrim through projections, as I am speaking to you. Moghrim serves her, a pawn blinded by her promises of rewards and power. The plague was the first step in Morag's return. Each death fed the Queen's power, bringing her closer to a true awakening. Now, Moghrim seeks to claim the words of power the Lord's Alliance has hidden in Castle Never to complete the awakening. If he succeeds, Morag will bring complete and utter devastation to the North.
Somehow I will stop Moghrim.
You must return to Neverwinter before the city falls. Speak to the one you call Aaron Gend. I will try to meet you there.
I think I want to use Wicked Union. That vampiric regeneration is going to be nice. Where's my words bag? That's my words bag. But Moghrim's got the last one, so the circle will never be completed. Cool, and we can swing by Gorgatha on the way. Oh. Oh, okay. We haven't spoken to Erangel at all this chapter. That's okay. I don't really like Erangel. My heart belongs to Valen Shadowbreath.
I smell blood and something else. Something foul. You have the head of Klauth, the ancient red worm. Give it to me, that I might see the proof of his death with my own eyes.
I am honored to give you the worm's head, mighty Gorgatha. The terror of Klauth has been ended. No longer will his minions raid my lair. The evil power of the ancient worm has been broken. We dragons are loath to part with our treasures hoard, but you have earned your reward. Take this, the premier item of all the treasure I have collected. I thank you for this generous gift, mighty Gorgatha. Now, my little hero, is there anything else I can do for you? I'll be going now. Then go with my blessing, human creature. I cannot thank you enough for slaying Klauth and preserving my eggs. The head of the worm Klauth has been delivered to the dragon Gorgatha, assuring her of the continued survival of her eggs. What belt did she give me? Ooh, what's this? Unity death magic. But strength plus 5. strength helps us in everything. We come across death magic very rarely.
Hey, I'll take it.
Alright, we're gonna pick up Dalen again because we
I found
may be heading into a place where we can only have one companion, and I want Dalen with me for that. I want Dalen with me for the end. That red dragon armor is so sexy.
It is a pleasure to see you again, as always. It is unfortunate we cannot spend more time together. Yet, duty calls, and in this matter we must all serve our part. My role is here, coordinating the Lord's alliance, but your mission calls for you to recover the words of power. Is there anything I can do for you? To help you in your quest, I mean.
I have one of the words of power.
This is good news. And the gods know we have had precious little enough of that lately. With Erebeth at their head, the Luskan forces are winning victory after victory over the Lord's Alliance troops. And all the while, Magram and his cult continue their search for the words of power. At least there is one here they will not have. My loyal network of scouts will spirit the word away to Castle Neverwinter for safekeeping until Lord Nash's scribes can discover its use. You are truly a remarkable woman, though I knew this already. On behalf of Lord Nasher and Neverwinter, please accept this reward of 3,000 gold pieces.
The first of the 3 words have been found and delivered safely, but the enemy is not beaten yet. Thank you.
If my sources are correct, there are still several more words of power yet to be found. I hope your success at locating the words continues.
I think you should know about a female lizardman I ran into. She said her name was Hadraline, and she seemed to want to help.
Normally, Neverwinter counts the lizardmen amongst her enemies, but your news is not completely unexpected. I have received reports of a lizard creature and her followers doing battle with Malgrim's cult. This must be that Hadraline you mentioned. I will need to consider this new information carefully. But this is not your concern. You must focus on finding the words. I wish you luck in your mission. Return to me once you have another of the words. The city of Neverwinter is forever in your debt for recovering the first word of power. We hope you will have continued success on your mission to thwart Magram and his followers. But now is not the time to dwell on past successes. There are more words yet to be found before Magram gets his claws on them.
I would like to talk to you, Aaron, about this amulet you gave me.
My mother's amulet, the one I gave you. You still have it.
Since you gave me this amulet, all of you spoken about is business.
I'm sorry. I wanted you to have the amulet. It was special to me, as you are. But after I gave it to you, I didn't know what to do next. We seemed to have a connection. I felt a bond between us, but now I am unsure.
Unsure?
Everything happened so quickly. The discovery of the cult, Erebeth's betrayal, the Luskan army's massing. Suddenly I was Lord Nash's right hand, and my duties and responsibilities increased tenfold. And you. Once again, everyone is counting on you to be the hero. To save us when no one else can. And I wasn't sure if you wanted to pursue this matter. Us, I mean. So I thought it best to leave the next step up to you.
Well, I've taken the next step. Now what?
I don't know. Forgive me if I made a mistake, but this is all very new to me. Except for Callie, I have not had much experience in relationships. And even my relationship with Callie began as a part of my service to Neverwinter. You are different. I want to be with you. But there is so much expected of both of us right now. So many people depending on us. I don't know if I can set aside these burdens for you.
No one should be alone in these dark times. Together we can help each other carry our burdens. I'm gonna leave you at the first opportunity to fuck a tiefling in the Underdark.
You're right. I guess I am so used to being alone, to relying on myself, that I have forgotten how to ask for help. Many times I have wanted a confidant, someone to turn to for advice and comfort. Now that I have found you, I would be a fool to let you slip away.
Or maybe you'll break up with me when I won't put out.
Promise me. Promise me that we will be there for each other no matter what happens. Promise me we will see this challenge through to the end.
I promise.
Perhaps when this is all over. But these are thoughts best left for later. We must concentrate on stopping Malgrim and Erebeth now, or there may be no future for us. If it were possible, I would go with you on your journeys. But my skills are in information and analyzing reconnaissance. I am needed here.
Good, I don't want you with me.
But even though I cannot go with you in your quest for the words, know that whatever trials you face, my spirit is by your side.
You know, you can keep that too. I'm too gay for you. Have you learned anything more about Malgrim's followers?
My operatives have gathered no new information on Malgrim's cult. We still have not learned why they started the plague, and we can't even guess at why they are seeking the words of power.
I know.
But I would wager my life on the fact that whatever they are up to will spell disaster for Neverwinter. We are counting on you to stop them.
Have you learned anything about the lizard woman Hadriline?
There is no new information, though as I mentioned before, my operatives had turned up evidence of clashes between the cultists and a mysterious group of lizard men. But just because this Hadriline is an enemy of Malgrim doesn't mean she's on our side either. I'd like to meet her in person before I decide if we can trust her or not.
I have one of the words of power.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Because you were spilling your heart out to me.
Hopefully this will slow the armies advancing on Neverwinter. At the very least, the loss of another word of power will strike a harsh blow to the plans of Malgrim's cult, whatever they may be. It is my pleasure and my privilege to grant you these 3,500 gold coins, my lady.
You were truly a shining... Okay, I ran into Hadriline again.
Hadriline? What did the lizard woman have to say this time?
She spoke of the ancient creator races. She claimed to be one of them. I think she's a friend.
I'm no history expert, but wouldn't that make her thousands of years old? I'm not sure whether I believe her, and I don't know what this has to do with Malgrim. But I intend to try and find out. Leave Hadriline to me. Malgrim and his crew are still skulking around the countryside, which means they must believe there's at least one more word still undiscovered. Find it before they do. I wish you luck in your mission. The very survival of Neverwinter may depend on it.
The second of the 3 words has been found and safely delivered. I got bad news, guys. While Aaron was speaking after I gave him the 3rd word of power, I accidentally shifted and ripped out my headphones, which will have fucked up that section of audio. So I thought, that's fine, I'll just reload and quickly skip through all the dialogue, but the cool new scythe wasn't in the chest again, and my last save was right before killing Klauth. So we lost the cool new vampire scythe.
I have just received the latest reports from the battlefield, and things are grim. The walls of Neverwinter have been breached, and the Lord's Alliance has retreated to Castle Never under the onslaught. Erebeth, with her intimate knowledge of our strategies, crushes our forces in every encounter. Half the city is under the control of her Luskan forces. And what of your mission? Have you found the success our troops have not?
I have another of the words of power here.
Finally, some good news. And not a moment too soon. Even now, I am preparing to leave for Castle Neverwinter, to help ensure the words I sent there for safekeeping are not captured by Erebeth. I might as well open my coffers to you before we go. The money was meant to fund the defense of the city, and you seem to have done more for that cause than anyone else. Better I give the funds to you than let the Luskan forces loot them. Take this reward of 5,000 gold coins, along with my thanks. And know that whatever awaits us, I am glad that we will face it together.
Of course, Aaron. As long as my body draws breath, I will fight to save Neverwinter.
Time grows short. We must return to Castle Never to defend its walls and the words of power within from Erebeth. We will leave right now if you are ready.
I'm ready.
I only hope we are not too late.
The words of power, the tools of a creator race. Hadrian spoke of them as though they could shape worlds, and perhaps they had. With these in hand, victory would not be far behind, or so it was thought. While Erin searched for the ancient relics, Morgrim's army pressed their attacks against Neverwinter. Their dark magics and sheer numbers soon overwhelmed the defenders. The betrayer, Erebeth, was at the forefront when the walls were breached. The words of power, once thought safe within Castle Never, were in danger of falling to the enemy. And behind the invasion, an even greater evil, Morag, Queen of the Old Ones, had awoken.
See? See, that's why I brought Dalen. We could only bring one.
We meet again. As you know, I am Nasha Alagonda, Lord of Neverwinter. I was once an adventurer like you.
But then I took an arrow in the knee.
Erin Gend tells me you have done much in the defense of our city. For this I thank you, though I fear it was all in vain. Erebeth knows our defenses too well. We could not stand against her forces. The enemy has breached our walls. All is lost.
Do not give up hope, my lord. We still have the words of power after all.
And what good has that done, Aerith? We have no way to use them. Whatever magic is locked within those stone tablets is of no use to us.
Perhaps Hadrian will reveal their secret to us, if you release her from the dungeons.
I don't trust that creature, Erin, and neither should you. We have done her no harm. If she was truly our ally, she would tell us what she knows.
Hadrian told us about the secret door beneath Castle Never. Without her, we would never have found the Source Stone.
And what good has that done, Erin? That creature won't tell us anything about it. The Source Stone is as useless to us as the words of power.
Perhaps Hadrian will speak to our champion. She has spoken with them before.
Enough, Erin. Now, if you want to speak to Hadrian, you are free to do so. But I will not release her from the dungeon while an enemy is within our city gates. Personally, I think this is all a waste of time. Words of power, the Source Stone, Hadrian. What good is this against Erebeth's army? Our fate is sealed. We are all doomed.
Lord Nasher, may I ask you some questions?
After all you have done for the city, the least I can do is answer your questions. Although Gend probably knows more than I do.
What can you tell me about Hadrian?
We captured the lizard woman slinking around the city shortly after Luskan attacked. After Erebeth's betrayal, I'm not too trusting. So we are keeping her locked in a cell in a dungeon. She was hissing and babbling about Mogrim wanting the words of power and the Source Stone. But we couldn't get much else out of her. She's half mad, I fear, and doesn't seem to trust us. Gend seems to think she might trust you, though. You're free to speak with her in the dungeons if you wish.
Where can I find Hadrian?
She's locked away in the castle dungeon. Just head south and down the stairs.
Can you let Hadrian out of the dungeon?
I'm sorry, but I won't do that. Not while there's an enemy inside the city. She might be an ally, but it's just as likely she's a spy. Besides, we aren't doing her any harm, only keeping an eye on her. And if she has information to help us, she should be willing to share it whether we keep her in prison or not. Gend can probably answer
What can
your
you tell me about the words
questions
of power
better
that were
than I.
brought here earlier?
I've given them to Master Ford, Chief Archaeologist of Neverwinter. He seems to think there's some link between the words and the Source Stone. Initially, I hoped he could figure out how to unleash their power. But even as wise as Master Ford is, he hasn't been able to learn anything more about the words of power or the Source Stone.
Where can I find Master Ford?
Since we discovered the Source Stone in the secret chambers beneath Castle Never, Master Ford has spent all his time studying it. You can go speak to him to see what he's discovered if you wish. Though you might have more luck getting information from that creature Hadrian if you can get her to talk. Gend can probably answer
What can you
your
tell me
question.
about the Source Stone?
When we first captured Hadrian, she said something about the Source Stone and secret chambers beneath Castle Never. She sounded half crazy, but I thought it was worth looking into. I put Master Ford, Neverwinter's leading archaeological expert, in charge of the search. He unearthed a previously undiscovered chamber beneath the castle. Inside was an enormous crystalline boulder, the Source Stone. If you want to know more about it, you should speak with Master Ford. Gend can probably answer
What's
your
the latest
questions
news
better
from
than
the
I.
battle lines?
The reports are grim. In the initial assault, Luskan overwhelmed us with sheer numbers and the unbridled ferocity of their attack. The defenders were forced to fall back to the city core. Erebeth knew our defenses too well. We never stood a chance. My troops are loyal, but against such odds, there's little hope. It's only a matter of time until Castle Never itself falls.
Is there no one who will come to our aid?
Reinforcements from the Lord's Alliance are marching, but they are too far away. By the time they arrive, all that will remain of Neverwinter is burnt bodies and charred rubble.
What if I could kill Erebeth and Mogrim?
It is too late for that, I fear. Our defenses are already broken. The damage has been done. If Erebeth and Mogrim were both slain, there is a chance it might break the spirits of the Luskan invaders. But I wouldn't count on it. The Luskans attacked with a rage and ferocity I have never seen before. Some sinister force drives our enemies forward. Or perhaps this is justice of a sort. Neverwinter may have brought this doom upon itself.
What do you mean?
The blood of Fenthic is on my hands. After the plague, the mob cried for blood, and I gave it to them. Fenthic was guilty only of trusting Desta. He was no enemy of Neverwinter.
This is not news.
And yet I saw him hanged for failing to protect the city, as was his sworn duty. Can we really be so surprised Erebeth betrayed us after we executed her lover?
Fenthic's execution may have been wrong, but it does not excuse Erebeth's betrayal.
That is what I tell myself over and over, but the words are hollow to my own ears. I only wanted to do what was best for Neverwinter, to heal the wounds left by the wailing death. Yet even as I passed sentence on Fenthic, I knew in my heart it was wrong. This was not justice. Fenthic died to feed the city's lust for revenge. And now Neverwinter shall fall to an army that was raised to feed Erebeth's own vengeance. Perhaps that is justice.
Perhaps you can atone for what you have done.
I fear it is too late for that. Fenthic is dead and Erebeth... Perhaps if I were given the chance to pass judgment again, I would act differently, more mercifully. But I fear that chance shall never come. I must live with the burden of what I have done, as must my city. Neverwinter will fall. Gend can probably answer...
I want to know more about you.
I was an adventurer like you. Were the situation not so desperate, I would call upon the court bards to sing you tales of my exploits. But I am long since retired. I am ruler of Neverwinter now, and my life is one of administrative duties and the delegation of responsibility. Hardly the stirring stuff of legends. I miss those days of glory and heroism, but I gave them up to serve the city I love. Alas, my sacrifice was all in vain. Neverwinter will fall, and I can do nothing about it.
Are we going now?
Of course. But before you go, maybe Gend is right. Maybe you should go speak to this Hadrian creature. I doubt it will do much good, but maybe, just maybe, she knows something that can save us. We're desperate, after all. Any important information you come across should be reported directly to Eren Gend. I've placed him in charge of the defense of the city.
Alright, well, I kind of hit a wall, so I'm going to call it here and get some sleep. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael, and I will see you next time. Wait, no, I gotta read this. Jesus Christ. This is all stuff that was just read. Thank Thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael, and I'll see you next time. Bye!